if you're from the South, then you know what these are. And in just a few minutes, we're going to turn these into these. Gotta love it. Hi everybody, welcome back to the Georgia Farm Monitor and to another edition of Meals from the Field. Joining me as always is Marcia Crowley, and yes, after my request, Marcia has granted it, and we are doing fried green tomatoes today.
Fried green tomatoes.
I'm not from the South originally, been down here since 2001, but I gotta tell you, I wasn't down here very long before I really fell in love with fried green tomatoes. And I still have yet to see the movie, so.
Well, you need to see the movie.
I'm going to see the movie. I'm going to see the movie after today. So what do we got? Now, something interesting about fried green tomatoes, for those of you who do not know, I thought it was a special type of tomato a while ago, but you informed me it's a regular tomato, correct?
It's a regular tomato.
It's just a regular tomato.
It's not ripe.
Just not ripe yet. But you cook them up and they're fine to eat that way. So what do we got here?
All right, we've got some already in the pan frying. And the batter is, here I'm going to give you that,
okay.
You turn it in a minute, and I'm going to have to use my hands, so.
But they're clean.
It's sliced green tomatoes, and the trick here is to coat them in flour. That will help the batter stay on.
Okay.
Then you dip it in a buttermilk egg mixture, coat it with that, and then the coating that I like to use is a combination of cornmeal and panko breadcrumbs, and those are the Japanese-style breadcrumbs. They're readily available.
All right.
So you just bread those, and you can bread them, you know, a few minutes ahead of time before you go to fry them. All right, let's see how these are doing over here. Right, let's flip these. You need to, it needs to be hot oil, obviously. Vegetable oil has a good smoke point. In about 3 minutes per side. See how nice the coating stays on there?
Oh yeah, very nice.
All right, we're going to let those cook a minute, and then you serve this with a red pepper jelly peach sauce. All right, this is red pepper jelly that I've melted in a pan.
All right.
We're going to add to that.
And the red pepper jelly you can just buy at any farmer's market or anything like that.
Well, you can buy it actually in the grocery store.
In the grocery store as well. Okay.
I mean, it's not one of your cheaper jellies, but it makes all the difference in the world.
But you know, Marcia, it would be better if you bought it from a Georgia Farm Bureau certified farm market.
If they've got red pepper jelly. It's got a little bite to it. All right, that's melted in a pan. That's a ½ cup. We're going to add to that 2 teaspoons of horseradish.
Okay.
And a teaspoon of Creole mustard, and that will make a big difference. I'm going to let you stir that up.
All right.
And you just melt that, and then you're going to add to that 3/4 cup of chopped Georgia peaches.
That just hit my sinuses.
You stir that up really good, and you serve it at room temperature. Let that come to room temperature, and it's great on the fried green tomatoes. Great on pork. I've tried it on that. Let's see how these little guys are doing here.
And we should mention we're not just doing fried green tomatoes today. It also is peach season.
It's peach season.
So we're using freshly grown Georgia peaches here.
Let me move this out of the way. We're making a Carolina trifle, and a trifle is it's a combination of custard, cake, and fruit. So I already have in here got a little bit of vanilla pudding that I have stirred apple juice in. The recipe calls for sherry, but there are people that don't do that.
Right. So you can use apple juice or sherry.
Or white grape juice.
White grape juice, okay.
All right, you're basically just doing layers. This is the pudding and a store-bought pound cake.
Okay.
You're going to put in, layer it with peaches.
And how much, if you are going to use the sherry, obviously you want to use it very liberal.
That's your choice.
But what's the recipe call for?
It calls for 3/4 cup to a cup.
Okay.
And you don't want to use cooking sherry because that's got salt in it. All right, before I do that, I think these guys are done, right? Drain these on paper towels. And then you serve that with that pepper sauce we just made.
Oh, very nice.
Okay, we're done with that. All right, we've layered the peaches over the pudding and the cake. A little bit of blueberries. A little bit of homemade whipping cream. And if you don't want to make the homemade whipping cream, you can use the fake stuff.
Okay.
Then basically you are repeating the layers. You're going to go with more pudding, more cake, more fruit, and more whipping cream, ending with the whipping cream.
Nice.
And you would cover this and refrigerate it for several hours or overnight.
And we have a finished product here.
12 people, and it's very good.
We have
very
the finished
refreshing.
product here. Check that out.
And you could really put any fruit in there you wanted or leave the fruit out.
And I hate to say, I could probably eat half of that thing.
I promise you can. I promise you can. But fried green tomatoes, you should not be intimidated by fried green tomatoes.
And here's the finished product of those. Those are some other ones that you made earlier.
Those are great on burgers.
Are they really?
Oh,
I didn't even think about that.
Put a fried green tomato on a burger.
That's cool.
Awesome.
Now, we should also mention, too, I was telling you earlier, I was down in Savannah this past weekend and had fried green tomatoes at one of the restaurants down there, and they put crab meat on top of it.
We're going to try that after the show.
It was phenomenal. So they're very versatile. Like you said, you can put them on a hamburger. You could put the pepper jelly on there. Again, fried green tomatoes, a southern treat. If you've never tried them, folks, you definitely have to try them. And of course, you can find all these great recipes by logging on to gfb.org. Everything is there in detail for you. Marcia does such a good job of sending us those recipes every week, and we get them up on the website. Marcia, as always, thank you so much. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
And we'll see you again next month.